Well, this is Munich, or Munich as its colloquial name to us foreigners. And Munich, like every other time I have been here, under construction. If they ever finish this place, I bet it'll be amazing. It's actually my 4th visit to the Munich area, but really only my 2nd visit to the city. Came here in March of 2018. I flew out of here in the summer of 2019, but I did not come into the city. The airport is actually about 15-20 miles outside the town. And then, was it a couple years ago, I also took a train through here. Had about a 15-minute, 20-minute stopover, so no real city exploration on that day either. We got here yesterday. Took a train up out of Austria, and right now I am outside the city center by a decent ways, but I am looking for the English Garden because it is out here somewhere and I am determined to find it. Been there one time before, but it was kind of cold and nasty and there was no leaves on the trees. Because, as I said, it was March, so it was before springtime. So I want to go visit it in the summertime. Although weather-wise, it doesn't really feel like summertime in Munich. High today is only 62 degrees. But from a standpoint of being out and exploring a little bit, 62 is just about perfect. As long as it does not rain. It rained a ton yesterday afternoon, so I didn't really get out till it was probably 6:30 or 7 in the evening, and I just walked down to the center and back, got a little food, and I was watching TV by 9 or 9:30 last night. So hopefully today, if it stays dry, we'll be able to get out and see a little bit more stuff. All right, good morning from Munich. Still have not found the English Garden yet, but I did come up a little ways further, and I think this is going to take me closer to the English Garden because there is a river that runs right through it, and I'm pretty certain that this has got to be the river. This is kind of a cool little area, little terraced area going down kind of into the larger confluence down there. There's a sign right here that kind of talks about it. I can't read German though, so I have no idea what the story behind it is. So I'm going to trust my sense of direction, which is usually not correct, but I think this direction will throw me into the English Garden here shortly. Gotta say, it's a lot more leafy than the previous time I was down in this area. I was here in early March and trees were pretty barren. This might be a path going into somewhere. Will take me to an underground. And it gets me off the street. I'm going to walk it down a little bit. Let's hope this runs into the English Garden. Stay tuned. Kind of in the underground pathways, walking up to check out a park I just saw. That I'm very close to the English Garden now, believe it or not. But there's a really cool monument, and to get there you had to go underneath the street. And then I just kind of saw these murals painted on the wall. Quick video. And you come up on the other side, you got a little bit of a garden. This is not the English Garden, but a different one. Then you got this really unique area here with fountains. Feeding the local waterfowl. You take it all the way to the top. All the way up there. This is where you don't mind it being about 60 degrees today. So it really makes it a lot more comfortable. And it's only 11:30. Now, since we're this close, we might as well take it to the top. Pretty dark course there. Oh, very nice. Always disappointing to see people that throw graffiti up there, but it's pretty. And you get a little view looking back towards Munich. All right, to the English Garden, finally. Have found the English Garden, finally. And if I would have trusted my sense of direction, I would have kept going on the path I was on and I never would have got here. Challenge is I'm out of data on my phone right now, so I bought my data card in Italy, in Bari, about 2 weeks ago. It was like 70 gig of data, which is terrific for about $23. I don't use even half of that at home on a given month. But the catch is, when you leave Italy, no matter how much you had left, they only give you 6. And 6 is not very much, especially when I was using it at the hotspot to make phone calls and send videos and stuff like that. So needless to say, it did not last but maybe 3 or 4 days and it ran out. So I tried to buy a reload from the Italian website, and it went through. It took my money, but it didn't give me any credit. So trying to talk to them on WhatsApp was kind of a joke. So it's still pending on my checking account. I'm going to wait to see if it posts or not. If it posts, then I'll have to work to get my money back. Germany is absolutely super duper expensive to buy a SIM card. One of the stores I looked at yesterday, Vodafone, €50, so call that about $60 for 5 gig of data. I mean, that's unheard of. So I did, you know, your best advice on trying to buy a data card in Germany is don't go to the big 3, Vodafone, T-Mobile, and One. Go down to an area where like the migrant community lives, and it's a lot more affordable. I found one today. It was 7 gig of data for about, I think it was €20, but I didn't have my passport on me, so I could not buy it. So I'm still without data right now, but I did find the garden because Google Maps does work without the data card. The only problem is sometimes it doesn't load the map, so you pretty much have to work with whatever last map you had on there, because it won't load new places. But I was able to figure it out, and I'm actually coming into the English Garden about 1/3 of the way down. Definitely a little bit further north than where I came in on the last trip in 2018. That was in March. So just taking a look at it, so much more green. I'm so much more stuffy. Packed everything I thought I needed in my bag today. I forgot my headphones and I forgot Kleenex. So I just have to walk around and keep sniffing through my nose. But this is a nice view of the English Garden. When we get out to the water, we'll maybe take another little video. Coming into a little more populated section of the English Garden. I think this is an area that I've been through before. It's kind of amazing how dark it is. underneath the thickness of the trees here. So if you come in that direction, I think that's the way we came in the last time. So this here, I think, will take us to the lake. In that area there. Yep. Out that direction. Kind of see. I'm going to go a little further inland. So maybe a camp bay out here. I don't think we'll see a lot of sunbathers today. They say in the summertime you see a bunch of sunbathers, but probably not going to happen today, just for the fact that the weather is, that's kind of shit, to be honest with you, as far as being in the sun. I'll tell you what, for walking around though, as we're at approaching just afternoon and 9,200 steps, we're going to get a few in. Nice gigantic fields. And I think the further we go up here, we'll run into little restaurants and beer gardens and things like that that were not open here in March that last time. So let's go look for them. All right, heading out of the English Garden back into the city of Munich. The amount of traffic has picked up a little bit. The temperature has not picked up. It's still hanging around 60 degrees. If it's even that, honestly. It's been kind of gray, overcast. Very pleasant for walking. Not very pleasant for sitting, because it cools off quite a bit in a hurry when you're not moving. Did walk back through, had one beer at a little concession stand, and then oh shoot, not more than 3 or 4 minutes past that was the Chinese Tower, and that's where the big beer garden is. Although from a economical standpoint, my beer was only €3 for a half liter, and it was €5 at the Chinese garden. So I just had one. It's only about almost 3 o'clock, a little bit before 3, so a little bit early to have too many beverages. But this is going right back up into the city, so we will say so long to the English Garden for the time being and head back into the town. Well, as the rain begins to fall here in Munich on this middle of July day, the 14th, I've ended up in a little area I don't think I've ever been in. At least it doesn't look familiar to me. I said I've only been here one other time, where I explored the actual city itself. So this is the path that'll take me right up to the main city center, Marienplatz. But I'm not going to be able to go through this direction, although that is a pretty cool looking area back there. I'm going to have to swing back out here and catch this pathway to the right. Did not have to pee until it started raining. Now it's all I can think about. One beer, and now I gotta pee. So up here about a half kilometer, maybe about a third of a mile, we'll be at Marienplatz. And I've already filmed that before, so I don't know that I will film that again. But that was just an area that I hadn't seen, at least to my recollection. I had not seen that yet. So we will walk through the bikes out of the rain, try to find the old WC, and move on to the next.